What's up, guys? Chance Escom here, and today I want to talk about something I want to call the PCT diet. What is the PCT diet? Well, if someone is taking steroids and they have low testosterone, they need to recover their testosterone. That's very important. And you can take, PCT, go to the supplement store, get Tribulus, all these sort of things. That's all very important. But something that's also important is your diet and what you're eating, because what you're eating is going to dramatically affect your hormones. Now, how do you eat to optimize your testosterone? The number one thing you gotta do to optimize your testosterone through diet is to eat lots and lots of saturated fat and animal fat. Animal fat, saturated fat, and cholesterol. I know everyone's worried about cholesterol, they worry about saturated fat, they worry it's all bad for them. Cholesterol is the building blocks for all the sex hormones in the human body. I think the other hormones like growth hormone, things like that are made from proteins, but sex hormones like estrogen, testosterone, all these sort of things, they're made from cholesterol. So your body produces cholesterol on its own naturally, but also eating cholesterol can help your body produce more hormones. So if you're trying to up your testosterone, if you're trying to increase your testosterone, the number one thing I think you can do is eat a lot of saturated fats. How do I know this? Because of my personal experience. I've done diets before in the past where I ate very, very little saturated fat and I didn't feel like my testosterone was the greatest. Then did the keto diet, ate a lot of saturated fat. All of a sudden I feel like, wow, I have all this testosterone, I feel great. It's like a 110, 20, 50 like difference. It's just like incredible. I couldn't even describe to you, like within a couple weeks of switching to the keto diet and eating like 200 grams of saturated fat a day, I felt like my testosterone was just going through the roof. So if you guys want to increase your testosterone, eat saturated fat, eat animal fats. Very, very, very important. I would go up to even 1, 2, 300 grams of saturated fat a day if you're trying to recover your testosterone after a steroid cycle. But if you're someone who's just a regular guy and you want to maintain healthy hormone levels and increase your testosterone, eat 100 grams of saturated fat a day, 200 grams. I'm on a diet right now and I'm cutting out a lot of calories, but I'm making sure that I keep in at least 70, 80 grams of saturated fat a day, because I feel like that's very important to maintain my hormonal balance. What's also important is the essential fatty acids, which are the fatty acids that your body can't produce on its own. I think they're omega-3, 6, and 9. What I do as well to make sure that my hormones are in balance is I take like a triple dose of an omega-3, 6, and 9 supplement. And what I feel like that does is also allow me to maintain my hormonal balance. But if you're trying to increase your testosterone, cholesterol is the building blocks of testosterone. So it's like if you want to build a house and you're like, hey, I want to build a testosterone house. Well, you just go to your body and you say, hey, here's a bunch of bricks to build that house. And your body takes the bricks and it's like, well, thank you, I'd love to build this house with these bricks. But it's like, we don't have any of the bricks. Your body's like, I can only produce so much bricks every day, and we're trying to build a house and it's not really going so well, but you got it halfway done, or it's a small house. But when you give your body a ton of cholesterol, it's like, hey, here's 100,000 bricks, build me the greatest house you can build me. And then your body's going to take and be like, thank you very much, we'd love to build a house, that's what we do. So that's my opinion. I know a lot of people out there say that saturated fat and cholesterol and all these things are horrible for you. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think that they're good for you. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, but I think that anything that's good for your hormones should be good for you. I mean, it only makes sense. And I think there's, a lot of stuff out there about saturated fat and cholesterol that's not really so much true. I mean, as a young, healthy guy, anything that's going to boost your testosterone, you're gonna want to do that. You're gonna want to. It just sounds good to me. You know what I mean? If there was no benefit, things that aren't good for you usually have no benefit. Things that are good for you usually have a benefit. So if things optimize your hormonal levels, I would think that they would be good for you. Another thing is women. They have a lot of hormones too that are important for them to keep in balance. So I think it's important for women to eat cholesterol too. So anyway, guys, hope you like this video. If you're suffering from low testosterone, or if you're just someone who's trying to optimize their hormonal levels in general, eat a lot of saturated fat, and hope you like this video.